I'm Chelsea Zaccato.
And I'm Natalie Heacock.
And this is Lumber Slingers.
Each podcast, we will be bringing you relevant and useful industry information, including interviews with top lumber professionals and discussion of current events in the industry.
Whether it be lumber grading, industry and market trends, or who's who in lumber, we hope to extend your current tally on industry knowledge.
Hi, Chels.
Good morning.
Good morning. You know what we need? We need some breaking news music. I know I was going to try and then I was like, I don't even know where to begin with
I don't know
that.
what that sounds like.
Breaking news. We have some breaking news today. Well, first of all, Trent's on vacation.
Yeah, I think he's on vacation for like 2 weeks, which the hard part about that is like he sends us the stories that we're going to talk about.
I know. So we could try to find them ourselves.
Yeah, I guess we could actually look at the Lumber Newswire.
Actually, Wall Street Journal sent me the story for today. So,
Ooh,
thank you,
cool.
Wall Street Journal.
Way to go, Wall Street.
Breaking news. Trump's tariffs have been voted down 6-3 ruling.
My God, what does that mean for us?
Actually, it means nothing. It's
Really?
as Chelsea likes to say, it's a giant nothing burger.
A nothing burger. Damn.
Here we are.
So
Yet
it's
again.
all bread and no patty?
All bread, no patty. So it only relates to the IEEPA duties, not Section 232, which, as we know, lumber falls under.
Well,
A
thank
whole
God
lot of
for
nothing.
thank God for us, sift through the news just to tell you that.
Just
Nobody's
to so you
wasting their
know.
time.
Yep, it's pretty crazy. I mean, however, the people that IEEPA does affect, that's going to be crazy. Like the justices did not talk about what refunds look like, what that process looks like. That's going to be chaos.
So what industries does this affect?
Anything not covered under 232, which I actually don't know.
So
I know
like steel and like all those other materials that
steel and aluminum are under 232.
Oh.
So I am not sure what's not under 232. I
interesting.
could look it up.
The
So-
Supreme Court rules against Donald Trump's sweeping global tariffs live. I mean, this is just breaking news. This is what we do here at Lumber Slingers. It's happening right now.
I'm literally like, I'm getting messages, like Teams messages right now. Did you see the Supreme Court ruling?
You better respond. It has nothing to do with us. I am looking at that picture. Do you remember when Trump was announcing the tariffs and he brought out that like the board, like all the tariffs on
Oh, yeah.
the poster board?
Yes, I do remember that.
Okay.
But it's
I'm
not
trying to see.
232. Sad.
That is sad. Wonder how the market's going to react to this.
I know. I'm going to say what isn't under 232.
Have we told our listeners that I think we just talked about it last week that we're moving on from ChatGPT?
I think we did. Yes.
Yeah. So it's a weekend of clotting it. And
Hardwood
that how you're-
lumber is explicitly carved out for a separate review due back to Trump on October 1st, 2026.
October?
For hardwood lumber,
Oh my God. Okay.
pulp and paper. What is under 232? Softwood lumber, upholstered wooden furniture, and kitchen cabinets and vanities. Upholstered wooden furniture and kitchen cabinets and vanities are at 25%, and there's a delayed increase in 2027, supposedly, which is crazy. That's a lot.
It's a lot. It's unclear how this ruling will affect already paid tariff, but Trump administration's previously said that a loss in the Supreme Court could have catastrophic consequences, forcing America to roll back its trade deals with other countries and potentially give importers refunds. The Tax Foundation and Yale University's Budget Lab recently released reports finding that tariffs increase the average household's annual cost by over $1,000. Economists have also determined that the cost could potentially be higher for California residents. I mean, it affects all of us. The trickle down
Under
effect.
Section 232 is steel and aluminum, copper and derivatives, automobiles and parts, softwood lumber, and upholstered furniture, kitchen cabinets, and vanities.
It's crazy how they
Just us.
split out. Yeah, just us. But it's crazy how they split out softwood and hardwood. I guess it's
Mhm.
because softwood is more commodity, but I mean, that is why. But
I hope this doesn't give Mark Carney a leg up in his delay of negotiations.
everything.
Can we just negotiate
It's a
and
delay.
move on so we could all do business? That'd be
No,
nice.
we move as slow as molasses. Everything. Hopefully
Everything.
by 2030. Well, no, hopefully by then.
It just makes sense as to why Elon is the way he is.
He just has no patience.
He has no patience. And I get it. I literally, I'm going to find that quote I sent you yesterday. Whatever the limiting factor on speed is, I'll tackle that. And that is how I want to live my life. I'm so tired of waiting for everything. It's exhausting. Let's just fix it. Why can't we just fix it right now?
I agree, but Natalie, we have to have patience.
No, I'm done. My patience has run out. Okay?
I know. Especially in this industry. Things move at a snail's pace. But I think when you get any government involved, things move at a snail's pace.
I mean,
Taxes? Okay.
Elon must have just been like, when he was at Doge, he must
Right.
have just like lost his mind with how slow the government is.
Well, yeah, 100%.
I would have.
Taxes and death, two things that are certain in life. What else is going on in the world wood news? World
I know, I was
news?
just thinking,
Well,
what do we have?
I did see, there's I saw yesterday, who was it? Somebody did a promotion. It was, we're so not as good as Trent. Mitri, they announced an appointment of a new vice president of transformation. Did you read that?
Nope. But I just reminded me that you were going to talk about that survey.
Survey.
The guy on LinkedIn.
Matt Lehman?
Yes.
Okay. Do some filler stuff so I can pull it up.
Okay. Well, we could go over the most read book
What's that?
lumber newswire stories. The most read.
The most read
book.
Most read book.
Yes. Which is interesting. Weyerhaeuser previews new engineered wood products at NAHB International Builder Show.
Oh yeah, the IBS was this week down in Orlando.
I thought it was in Vegas every year. It changes.
It was for the last few years, but yeah, this year it was in Orlando. So
Builders First Source reports fourth quarter and full year earnings.
And those guys are huge.
Net sales were $3.4 billion, which is a 12% decrease.
Wow.
The decline reflects lower core organic net sales and commodity deflation, partially offset by growth from acquisitions. Gross profit was $1 billion compared to gross profit of $1.2 billion in the prior year. Margin decreased 250 basis points, primarily driven by a below normal starts environment.
You know how we were talking yesterday about freight throughput when we're talking about insurance, or all the different words they use for the same thing? Basis points means percentage. Stock throughput. But basis points just equals percentage.
Yeah. Except it's like a different, like 250 basis points is not 250 percentage points. It's,
what is it?
You have to put a decimal in there. So have you seen those memes? Have you seen those memes that are like me when I use basis points instead of percentage points?
No, but that's how I
and it's
feel.
like a royal. 200, what?
Yeah, so what is it?
250 basis points is a quarter percent. No, is 2.5%. Sorry.
Okay, so you just move the decimal. It's over 2. So why do they say basis points? I don't get it. But yeah, the stock throughput, STP, what is that also known as? Cargo?
Cargo insurance.
Cargo insurance, stock throughput.
100 basis points is 1%.
Okay.
It's dumb.
It's really confusing. It's like they don't want people to understand.
I guess if you're saying like 1 basis point, it's easier to say 1 basis point than 0.01%. Right?
Yeah, I guess.
So I think it like makes sense when you're talking like in very small percentages. But like 250 basis points, you should just say 2.5%.
Yes. Yeah.
In my opinion.
Because 250 sounds, holy shit. 2.5?
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. There must be some rule for when you use basis points versus percent. But what do I know? Okay. So I will go over this. I follow this Matt Lehman of Lehman's Lumber Guide on LinkedIn. And I just noticed he's got a nice new picture this week on his profile. So follow him. He just gives some forecasting updates in the lumber market. But he did a poll this week on the spring buying for the lumber industry, asking about how prepared is your inventory for spring. So we can go over those results. He's going to have this poll up for 5 more days. So might be different results next week. But at this point, 33% of respondents said that their inventory is aggressive. 53% said neutral and 14% said passive. So majority of people are saying that their inventory is very neutral for spring, which is usually, spring buying is when people are stocking up their inventories before projects, construction, nice weather comes, and people are buying lumber. It's interesting. However, 33% aggressive. That's pretty good. I'd say people are taking positions.
Okay. Sorry, you go.
Did you want me to say the other update he posted today?
Yeah, I don't like it though.
Well, this is an opinion. It says our lumber market is not underbought. Buyers are as prepared for spring as they plan to be. For March, our strategy is to cease inventory accumulation and begin distributing current positions. This approach will result in fewer orders for producers while their output increases. The net impact will be lower prices.
So say that like in English.
So this could be. It's not, this, by the way, is not written in stone and it's not what's going to happen. But it's basically saying that people have bought for spring already. And this is where we're at. And this might cause, if mills continue to produce at the volume they're producing, then there's going to be a lot of lumber to sell at the mills and it's going to push prices downward because inventories will be up.
We'll see.
We'll see. As my mom likes to say, Steffi, we'll see.
We'll see. Okay.
We'll
I want to
see.
circle back to basis points.
Okay, let's circle back.
I have a good answer for you.
Okay.
You use basis points instead of percentage to avoid ambiguity and for precision, which is what I said. So I am just as smart as my AI. But it makes sense. If you're going from 5 to 6% and you say it went up 1%, do you mean it went up to 6% or do you mean it went up 1% of 5%? See the ambiguity there? You're not quite
Yes.
sure. So if you say it went up 100 basis points, it's clear that it went from 5% to 6%.
Okay. All right. Hey, I learned something today.
And actually, I never knew that why you used one versus the other. So I did too.
Look at us.
Just an educational podcast, what we're here to do. What we are here to.
It is what we're here to do. I'm just scrolling through the lumber newswire to see what else is up there. Anything else interesting you want to talk about? We could talk about the mortgage rates. What's going on this week? Mortgage applications increase. They increased 2.8% from 1 week earlier.
Wow, that's pretty big.
That's positive news. And let's
So
see.
280 basis points, you would also say?
Yes, I think you could say that. And let's see what mortgage rates are at. 6. So they decreased again. It looks like they average 30-year fixed rate mortgages with conforming loan balances decreased to 6.17% from 6.21%.
Oh, that's pretty
With
big.
points remaining unchanged at 0.56, including the origination fee for 80% loan to value ratio. The effective rate decreased from last week. So I'm sorry, I kept reading because I thought they were going to say basis points and I got really excited. Well, what else? I mean, this is chattily. So is there something else we want to talk about today that we're seeing in our side of the lumber world?
People and AI, I feel like that's all we are seeing everywhere we go. People are important. AI is important. I
AI
learned
is
a cool
important.
word and I forgot it now. Shoot.
Regarding AI?
Yeah. Word is. Nope. That's not it. It's like recycle, but it's not recycle. It's like essentially when the AI teaches the AI itself.
Ooh, when it's like building on its own knowledge. What is it when AI teaches itself? Let's ask that. What is it called when AI teaches itself? Self-learning AI? That can't be
No.
right. Recursive? Self-improvement?
Recursive. That's the new word.
Recursive definition. In computing, it's relating to involving program or routine which a part requires the application of the whole so that it is explicit interpretation requires the general many successive executions. In mathematics, it means relating to or involving the repeated application of a rule, definition, or procedure to successive results. That must be the one you meant.
Yeah. The idea that AI improves itself iteratively, each generation better than the last. Recursive. I've been hearing that word and I'm like, what is recursive AI? Like, oh.
That makes sense. That's like, well, I heard that the last version of ChatGPT like released itself.
Really?
Yes, or the last update.
I didn't hear that.
Yeah, so that must be when it's like I'm releasing a new version and it just that's kind of scary.
You want to know what else is scary? Trump announcing that there's aliens.
Oh yeah, let's just breeze over that because Epstein files. Like,
what? Yeah. Okay. People are saying, okay, did you see how Barack announced it? He was like on a pod and then he kind of like
he just like
walked
breezed
it back.
over it though. He breezed
They
over
were
it.
saying that like that was on purpose. It was a bipartisan announcement. Interesting.
That is interesting. He's like, well, they're not in area. What did he say that? Well, they're not in area 52 or whatever that place is in Nevada.
51, yeah.
He's like, I can confirm.
But they are around. There are orbs literally still like off the coast of California. Just
that's
sitting
crazy.
there.
I've seen that video. That's insane.
Yeah. And that's fine.
Nobody's talking about it.
They're probably just waiting for the AI to be completely recursive and then they're going to come in and end it.
You're right. They're getting there.
They're finally getting there after how many years on Earth?
Well, it is crazy. I mean, I know I talk about this here and there, but that astronomy class I took, I had to get lab credits to get my college degree and I had to go back to like a 100 level class. But I took astronomy and I am so happy that I had to go back and take astronomy because I learned so much about the universe. And I learned, like, if you didn't already feel small, go take a astronomy class and learn that we are actually just a speck of dust because the universe, our galaxy, insane. The universe, unfathomable. You can't, there's no way there's not other Earth like planets out there in different galaxies in the universe. There's no way that we are the only one. So it's not surprising to me if there are other life forms, but it is like, what part, I always think about this, we had our history that we have here on Earth, and we have, the Bible times, and we have, if you go back, are there other Earths in the universe that are back in like ancient times right now?
Yeah. I
And then
literally
there's
think that there's multiple Earths and each one has a different set of circumstances and to like see who excels the quickest. Like, okay, we're going to give these people like lifespans of, 50 to 100 years, but we're going to give this set of Earth lifespans of 200 years. But we're going to give this set of Earth blah, blah, blah.
but except for those Earths aren't called Earth, they're called
Yes. Okay. And then we're going to give this Earth all different languages. Each country has a different language, but this Earth, everyone has the same language. What
and
would
this
happen
Earth is
then?
all water.
Yeah. This Earth,
They're all
everyone lives on
amphibians.
boats.
No, they're all just mermaids and mermans.
Yeah. I swear we're not on drugs.
Do you think? Yeah. I mean, do you think you're on the best Earth?
No, I
What?
like my
You're,
Earth.
you're supposed to say yeah. I hope Nick doesn't listen to this one.
Or okay, wait, hold on. I don't mean like my life's not the best and I love what I'm doing, but I just think if there's a lot of iterations out there, how could you confidently say that ours is the best iteration?
Yeah. No, I mean, I don't know. And we have taxes. So wonder if maybe there's another one that they don't have taxes.
Maybe there's another one that has already gotten to a future without jobs and money.
Like a universal basic income.
Yes, because what is the point of humans if AI does all of our work for us? But I was reading about this too, and it's interesting because some people say like, okay, well, if AI takes over everything, like what are humans going to do? And the optimistic case is humans return to what they intrinsically value. So, like raising children, creating art, building community, deepening relationships. Like you're not just living to produce, you're living to live. Interesting.
Yeah. I think that's a nice world to live in. I think people who have never had to worry about money in their life prove very differently and they get bored.
That's true.
And it's like, I mean, this would be the pessimistic view of that because I think there might be people who do one or the other. But it is crazy to me the people who don't have to worry about income, how far the other way they go.
Yeah.
Because nothing will satisfy you if you're just full.
Like humans are not naturally wired for unstructured leisure at all times. Like I feel like people thrive with a routine and
yes, and purpose. I think overall we need to feel needed. We need to have a purpose, a higher value, something that we strive for. So that a lot of people, our job, our industry, it gives us purpose.
Right.
So without a purpose would change, I think, in that way. Like you're not going to wake up and be like, my purpose today is paint a beautiful picture for maybe if it could step back to that, wow, that's nice.
Right.
I wonder what world that's happening in already.
There's one
or
out
they
there.
just teleport all the evil people to a planet.
That's true. Elon probably knows.
He probably does.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why they're setting up all these spaceships now. So like when we
he wants
have to
do
abort
like 10,000
mission.
launches a year. And then eventually he wants to like create data centers on the moon. Not on the moon, but like build them and then launch them from the moon. It's wild. It's just kind of crazy how like I was listening to this podcast and it's like, his end goal has always been to put life on Mars. And it's like he gets sidetracked by all these other things. Not really sidetracked, but they're just like almost like the side effect of trying to get there, right? Like building spaceships. Now he has Starlink. Like it's really interesting. Like AI is going to help him do everything faster, but now he built an AI company. Like everything is like, he had to buy Twitter because he felt like Twitter was destroying the world and we would have some sort of civil war, It's kind of crazy. And it's like, oh, and by the way, like everything he like accidentally gets sidetracked with, he makes a couple bill. But then it funds what he needs to get him to Mars. Except we'll see when SpaceX goes public because he doesn't think he's going to be able to raise enough money privately to do 10,000 launches a year. So now he has to go to the public markets, which is crazy. The whole thing is just,
Like 10,000 a year. Do we have that many people who actually want to go?
yeah. I mean, he was talking about we do more airplane flights a year. If you think of it like that, like if it's just like airplane travel to space. No, but I go to Mars.
But that is space.
Well, I wouldn't just go like to the space station and back.
Okay. But you'd be like down for a couple year ride over to Mars.
Yeah, check it out. As long as like a Marriott or something.
Yeah. I'd be like, I'm platinum elite for life. Do you guys take that here?
Yeah.
And will this add to my Alaska miles? No? Okay.
Yeah. Does this space travel you know what? I don't even want to talk about Alaska right now. We are already at 30 minutes, but
They're dead to
someday
us.
they're dead to us. And as we heard yesterday, they're no longer at most, they're at less.
At last.
Less benefits, less rewards. Move on.
Move on. Yeah, it just sucks. But all good things come to an end, just like this episode,
Must come
And-
to an end.
just like Alaska Airlines.
Rewards program.
And just like Natalie being on Earth as she makes her first travel to Mars. Natalie, it was so nice to know you.
There's a Marriott.
Okay, with that stipulation.
Well, I hope everyone enjoyed Natalie. And now you have a small preview of what happens in our brains when we're
Yes.
not structured.
And when Trent isn't keeping us on track.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we're going to have another episode come out on Monday. And
Got some interviews coming out.
Natalie will probably be back next Friday.
We'll see you next week.
All right. Bye bye.
Bye. Blast off.